Hello, potassium people. Welcome back to another Banana Bites where we will be consuming a delicious banana and asking Valve to please add the strange second banana to TF2. But before that, let's talk a little bit about yesterday. See, I shared a really simple idea, the buffer rule. It's a bit boring of an idea, really. It's just all you really need to do is think about behaviors, patterns, and expectations in life. Set a buffer for them. That way you have a little extra time to work things out. So you're not stressed. You don't have to worry about things catching up too quickly. And then you're just met with back-to-back problems all the time. And admittedly, the buffer rule can't be applied to everything, nor can you prepare for everything. But that way of thinking is good, but it's also a simple solution, right? And really, it led me to think about thinking, and I do this a little bit. I like thinking about topics, but in particular, I was thinking, how far does cognitive thought go, right? There's this idea, I think, therefore I am. It's made by Descartes, I think is how you say his name. Very old philosophy. If you think, then you exist. And before that, there's another idea that I kind of connected with this, in that there's this movie, and I believe a book. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I think it's Line World or something. But it's essentially this realm of reality where shapes have their own ability to think. And so these shapes, it's like lines and triangles, whatever have you, they live in this world where they perceive everything on a 2D plane. But the 3D plane still exists. And there comes a point where someone from the 3D plane brings this being, this person from the 2D plane into the 3D to experience something beyond what they could even fathom, because they've never experienced a greater dimension. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this thought. Basically, there's the 1D. I think the one dimension thinking is something akin to just existence, but without thought. Bacteria, for instance, would probably go there, right? Sure, they technically have something that I guess some people might say is thinking, where not really nerves, but reactions to their environment. Two-dimensional would probably be more along the lines of animals. It's more basic, carnal. You're hungry, so you look for food. Okay? Third dimension is understanding the world and interacting with it in a way that is a bit different than just seeking after your own pleasures. It's trying to make something lasting. It's seeking something more with what you're given and molding it into something else. And then fourth dimensional, I tried really hard to draw it. I'm not very good at drawing, but what would that even be like? We already have people in life who try to attain enlightenment. This idea that all thought and all knowledge can reach a certain level that goes beyond the human body. How would that even be perceived? Can it be perceived? Would it just be similar to the first dimension, where it's more of a reaction? Are we limited in scope due to our ability to think within our own realm? How does it apply to bananas? Right? Bananas are a fruit that persists, that admittedly is more of a reaction. It'd probably be more in the second realm. While bananas can't necessarily interact with their environment the same way an animal can, they do, well, banana plants do seek to obtain water and nutrients and things that they need in order to survive, and plants do, on some level, react to the things that happen to them. But what would a fourth dimensional banana be like? Would it be a different sensation than taste and texture? If bananas are considered brain food, and you eat a fourth dimensional banana, is that a step in unlocking the ability to perceive knowledge in a way that is beyond the intrinsic and baseline definition of thinking and understanding as a human being? What does it take to even know what a higher dimension is? Because I'm limited, we're all limited by our experiences, our thought patterns, the people we associate with, the ideas that we have and that we internalize, our habits. There's no answer for this. And admittedly, while I do like the idea of a higher level of thinking, it doesn't bother me that I don't know what that would be. Because there's only so much one can do within their limitations, and yet humanity is always striving to overcome limitations, and seen with machinery and technology, phones, for instance. Crazy that we have smartphones compared to like 100 years ago. What did we have? We had a big wooden circle and a stick. You could knock that down the road. Get a few of the boys to knock a giant hoop down the road with some sticks. That's a real fun time. But alas, I don't know. I don't know what a fourth dimension thought would be. Would it just be that you understand everything? Technically, I guess you could understand everything on the third dimension. Gosh. Gosh. I don't know. So, that's my thought for today. And the answer is simply, I have no idea. Surely there's some sort of theory or some sort of study that was done where it's like, oh, we figured it out. It was so simple all along. The fourth dimension of thinking is when you can think outside the bounds of space and time itself. When your thoughts reach into the future and in the past. Well, yeah, that's like the easy answer, right? Because everyone knows there's the dimensions of height, width, length, and then you could just add time in there. Oh, it's space-time. It's space-time now. You added time to the equation. But then time itself is a construct made by people. So, are we just limiting our ability to see past what really is something else? Is time even the limiting factor? Or is it just another component that isn't even necessarily the fourth dimension? I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and eat this banana here. Because it's my second dimensional thinking would have me believe these taste pretty good. And I'm hungry. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, potassium people, that's it. Valve, please add the strange second banana to TF2. Gosh, why haven't you yet? Like, seriously. You keep adding all this other stuff in the game? Fourth dimension level of thinking is TF2 doesn't matter. But then that's the third dimension level of thinking. Stuff that you don't care about just doesn't have any intrinsic value to you, so it doesn't matter. And second dimension level of thinking is that it doesn't matter because it doesn't meet a specific physical need. I don't have any basis for these dimensions. I just made it up for the sake of argument. That's kind of how I see it. But what I need is strangesecondbanana and TF2. So, Valve, please add it. Thanks. Anyways, I'm gonna let you all go before I just keep rambling in circles about this idea. I just don't even know where to start with a higher level of thought. Anyways, bye. Bye-bye.